Right. I'm outside the truck right now. Just wanted to get some fresh air out here. So anyway, what I was saying was, another thing about the Nick Cannon piece is that listen, man. What is to stop Nick Cannon from pulling together a bunch of investors and actually, getting the money together and getting the money together and and making the film that they want to make? I mean, why are you going to tell Hollywood to do something? I mean, Nick Cannon's got a game show, so he's probably under contract. His wife is a recording artist. She got to have some money saved up, you know. I mean, he's got to have other people that he can work with. I mean, I see, but I'm not putting on other people. But if you're telling me that that movie needs to be made, then don't beg somebody else to make the movie. All right? If I sit out here and I say that contemporary music is whack and I like old music, then that's what I do. You make your effort making the old music, and not that it's old, but I mean it is technically from a different era, the 1970s sort of classic R&B, but it's just much better. Instrumentation is better, the lyrics are better, the songwriting is better. I mean, when you think about contemporary R&B these days, you don't hear anybody, sing about love. I mean, you do, but not really. Usually, from the female point of view, what you hear is women singing about how they've been wronged and how they deserve the best and how they. So basically, what you've done is you've taken agape, which is like brotherly love, and you've taken regular romantic love and you've made it some narcissistic love where you are the center of attention and you deserve the best relationship that you can get just because you are you and I'm doing me. And wait a minute, you need examples. Well, think about this. Who do you know right now that can make a song like Shaka Khan with Rufus and Everlasting Love? What's that girl from the Braxton Sisters, that one that's got the record out right now? Love and War. Really? I mean, come on, even Toni Braxton, when she was making records, they were heartbreak records. But I understand that was her place. I mean, you got to have some sunshine and some rain, and she decided to maximize on the rain. It's the same thing that Shirley Murdoch did. Shirley Murdoch, she hadn't been, even though she was a lead vocalist for Zapp with Roger Troutman, on her own solo efforts, she was the other woman, and that was cool because she was able to sell a few million units doing that. But generally speaking, the caliber of songwriting has deteriorated, where men, they don't sing about love either. They sing about getting freaky. They sing about sexuality, but not sensuality. They sing about the woman's physical appearance, but not what's going to make them, lock down this woman for a lifetime. The women just sing about. They don't really sing about love either. I mean, this integral love. You and I, we're going to make something happen. Like Aretha Franklin would sing about do right woman, and she needs a do right man. Or Gladys Knight would sing, if anyone should write my life story, for any reason there might be. You'll be there between each line of pain and glory because you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Nobody's writing anything like that. All right? The closest I think you have gotten was Jill Scott on her first album. He Loves Me in E flat for Lizelle, or just running across my mind, those type of things. So my point is that the music is indicative of the pop culture at the time, because music is reflective of the mindset of the people. If these people don't feel that they love each other, then they're not going to sing about that either. They're going to sing about what they can relate to. All right? I can't sing. I couldn't write a song about country music because I have not been on a farm and been raised around all that type of thing, all those type of things that they experience in Oklahoma and South Texas and West Texas and Arkansas and Nashville, Tennessee. I can't experience that, but even that, country music itself is garbage. Not eternally garbage, but this local rendition is pretty much, it's just rap with a twang on it, or pop music with a twang on it. Most country music and R&B is interrelated. You can listen to some of the recordings that came out of Nashville, some of the recordings that came out of Philadelphia, and they sound almost the same. Real lush instrumentation, You know, there's a lot of melody-driven harmonies there, and the songwriting and background singers and stuff like that. You know. But what I'm saying is, I'm relating this to a few things. A few things. One about Nick Cannon, that he should just pull his money together, start his own production company, and make the films that he wants to see. All right. I support them. Look, I buy a lot of people's books, and I don't think they're good writers, but I support them because they're authors. So one day when they do blow up, I can say I got their book. But when I read these books, sometimes I get to chapter 3, and I'm like, I don't want to finish this book. You know. A lot of things with black authors is that they don't really use sophisticated language, just to put it like that. It's the same thing with black magazines. They're writing these magazines. It's almost like they're writing it on a 5th grade level when most magazines are written on an 8th or 9th grade level. When you read Time and Newsweek, these magazines or the Washington Post, these things are written on the 7th, 8th grade level. But when I read some of these black magazines like Sister to Sister, some of this stuff is written on like a 3rd grade level, or 4th grade level. Even the Farrakhan, the Louis Farrakhan in the Final Call newspaper, that also is written on it's got to be like a 5th grade level. I do not appreciate that. It's a slap in the face. It means to tell me that you don't think I can understand the words that you're putting on the page. I don't like that. Because, if anything, everyone should have at least 2 dictionaries in their household. One by your computer and then one that your children are using, so they can, I don't understand you can go on the internet and look up the words also, but it still doesn't hurt to have a dictionary or a thesaurus in the household that's going to help you, enrich your vocabulary, So, all right, let me post this when I get up with you guys.